Okay, so let us study a concept on obligations and contracts. So our concept for today is 432.7. Let us define what is a 432.7. Under Article 1174 of the new Civil Code, it states that except in cases expressly specified by law, or when it is otherwise declared by stipulation, or when the nature of the obligation requires the assumption of risk, no person shall be responsible for those events which could not be foreseen, or which, though foreseen, were inevitable. So the definition of a fortuitous event can be found under Article 1174 of the new Civil Code, which states that no person shall be responsible for those events which could not be foreseen or which, though foreseen, were inevitable. Or in other words, fortuitous events, by definition, are extraordinary events not foreseeable or avoidable. Okay? So what is the importance of knowing what is a fortuitous event? So, napaka halagang konsepto na to sa Law on Obligations and Contracts. So, nagdi-discuss nga pala ako ng obligations and contracts para sa aking mga estudyante sa Law on Obligations and Contracts from Bulacan State University, BS Business Administration students. Hello to my students. Yan. So, ayan, na-miss ko lang. Kasi ngayon lang ako makakapagturo ulit ng obligations and contracts kasi usually mga criminology students yung mga tinuturuan ko at puro mga criminal laws ang natuturo ko. At ngayon lang ulit ako makakapagturo ng obligations and contracts, although naturo ko na to before. Ayun. Bakit kailangan malaman what is the definition of a fortuitous event under the law? Okay? Because fortuitous event, the provision of fortuitous event allows the debtor to invoke it as a defense, claiming exemption from liability when an obligation is rendered impossible to perform due to an unforeseen or unavoidable occurrence. Okay? Kasi 'di ba sa batas on obligations and contracts, kapag ka nagkaroon kayo ng kontrata, kailangan you must comply in good faith with the contract. Pero meron po tayong tinatawag na exemption. Sa batas laging may exemption. Okay? At isa sa exemption para maging exempt ka sa pag-perform ng iyong obligasyon under the law or under a contract is when there is a fortuitous event. Okay? So, magiging exempt ka from liability pagka nagkaroon ng fortuitous event. At kailan po iyon? Okay? Merong mga elements ang fortuitous events para maging exempt ka from liability. Okay? To successfully invoke the defense of fortuitous event, 4 essential elements must be present. Number 1, the event must be independent of human will. Okay? So, hindi kagustuhan ng tao na mangyari yung isang bagay. Ano ba yung mga example ng fortuitous event? Halimbawa yung mga bagyo, ganyan. 'Di ba? Mga tornado, sakuna, baha, yan. Fire na walang negligence yung tao. Okay? The event must be independent of human will. It means that the occurrence must be one that is not caused or influenced by any act of the debtor or third parties under their control. Okay? Number 2, the second element is that the event must be unforeseeable or inevitable. Hindi siya mafo-foresee at hindi mo siya mapipigilan. It should be an event that the parties could not have anticipated or even if anticipated, could not have prevented. Diba tayo dito sa Pilipinas, na-anticipate na natin yung mga bagyo. Kaso yung pinsalang gagawin sa atin ng bagyo ay hindi natin na-anticipate. So you call it a fortuitous event. Okay? Number 3, third element, the event must render the performance impossible. Okay? The fortuitous event must directly prevent the fulfillment of the obligation. Okay? Halimbawa, meron kang gustong i-deliver na sasakyan. Kaso hindi mo siya ma-deliver kasi biglang bumaha, biglang bumagyo. Okay? Or ang nangyari do sa sasakyan, hindi mo na-anticipate or kinip mo naman siya ng maayos, kaso dahil biglang bumagyo, dinestroy niya yung bahay mo at nakasama pati doon yung sasakyan. So, you could be exempted from delivering the car as your obligation if a fortuitous event happened. Okay? And number 4, the debtor must be free from participation or aggravation of the loss. Okay? So, walang kasalanan yung debtor. Kaya nawala yung bagay yung bagay na subject ng kanyang obligation. Okay? If the debtor has contributed to or aggravated the damage or loss, they cannot claim the defense of a fortuitous event. So, dapat free from liability yung debtor or yung gagawa ng obligasyon para siya ay maging exempt from liability. Okay? So, merong exception. Exception to the exception. Exception to the exception. Di ba exception yung 4327? Tapos, merong exception to the exception na kahit na merong 4327, pwede pa rin maging liable yung isang tao. Okay? So, yun yung nandun sa may unang part ng batas. Tatlo yung exception to the exception na yon. Except in cases expressly specified by law, or when it is otherwise declared by stipulation, or when the nature of the obligation requires the assumption of risk. Okay, so tatlo yan. When it is expressly specified by law na magiging liable pa rin yung tao kahit na may 4327. Number 2, when it is otherwise declared by stipulation. So kapag ka nag-agree yung parties na okay, kahit na magkaroon ng sakuna, kahit magkaroon ng bagyo, kahit na magkaroon ng 4327, you would still be liable. And number 3, or when the nature of the obligation requires the assumption of risk. Na alam mo sa sarili mo na mahirap yan at pwedeng maging subject yan ng A4327, pero you still assume the risk. So, you would be liable for 4327 pa rin. Halimbawa yung sa mga insurance claims, di ba? Nag-a-assume sila ng risk dyan. Okay, so, even though there is a 4327, they would still be liable for the risk. So, that is the concept of a 4327. So, I hope you learned from this, and I dedicate this to my students from Bulacan State University, BS Business Administration. At hello din, shout out din sa mga estudyante ko from Ritual Colleges na mga criminology students. Hello sa inyong lahat, and ayun, i-share nyo to para maraming matuto. Bye-bye!